Hungary is a difficult country where things are hard to read, understand and explain. It is a place that it is in itself a contradiction in terms. It is a non-European country within Europe itself, a state that escaped with great sorrow from the former Soviet Union and today is quite close to the belligerent Russia. It is a land that is averse to immigration but is now open to thousands of refugees. It is a place of peace and democracy, but proud of an imperialist past and past wars. Perhaps it is this duality that can be seen in its own capital Budapest, which is actually made up of three merged and unified cities into just one on the banks of the Danube River. Hence, Buda, and Pest form and identify the Hungarian capital. One of its great and imposing leviathans is the giant that protects the country from the banks of the Danube River. The national parliament is the third largest in the world after the parliaments of Argentina and Romania. The cost of daily life and leisure in Budapest is moderate, i.e., both the capital and the rest of the country are, in general, decidedly cheap destinations. The currency is not the euro. The legal tender in Hungary is the forint. At present, 1 euro is equivalent to about 370 guilders. If you carry euros in cash, it will be very easy to exchange them, and you will even be allowed to pay with them, although at a slightly unfavorable exchange rate. That's why it is best to pay by credit card. Hungarian is a language which is extremely difficult to understand and learn. With 14 vowels, it has the distinction of being the most difficult language in all of Europe and ranks among the most complex in the world. So if you memorize 2 or 3 polite words in Hungarian, they will always be well received by the locals. English is not widely spoken in Budapest either, only the basic and necessary if the place is a tourist destination. So sometimes communication will not be so fluent. Let me give you a recommendation. Be patient and show a big smile if necessary. The capital has an incredible transport service. Cheap, clean, comfortable and efficient, but not as modern as we are used to seeing in the rest of Europe. The latter is actually a virtuous vintage touch. The city's metro network is the oldest in continental Europe. On a strictly personal note, I was struck by an amphibious bus that for a handful of guilders takes you around the city and along the Danube River. Budapest is riddled with secret codes and superstitions, so you can enjoy a veil of the supernatural and mysterious. Statues of the faithful companions of the city, and some of them hide traditions. For example, this policeman will help you stay slim if you touch his belly, and happy if you comb his mustache. "96 is the lucky number for Hungarians. The reason is that the empire was founded in the distant 1896. Aside from superstition, in the same year, the metro network was inaugurated. National Parliament itself and St. Stephen's Cathedral are both 96 meters high. Interestingly, the traditional good luck toast is frowned upon. Avoid raising a toast in Hungary because it has been frowned upon since 1849, when the Hungarians suffered a crushing defeat by Austria and celebrated by toasting with beer. The Hungarian capital is a very touristy city. Walking through its streets, there is one language that is constantly repeated even above English, and that is Hebrew. The city is full of Israeli tourists. Perhaps this is because it is home to the largest synagogue in Europe and the second largest in the world. Another language that stands out in the streets is Spanish. There are many tourists from the Iberian Peninsula. As we said at the beginning, Budapest is a city fortunately full of contradictions and fusions. Nothing is absolute here. Nothing is black and white. Most of its population is Catholic, but there is the second largest synagogue in Judaism. One of its national monuments is the tomb of Gul Baba, a Muslim pilgrimage site. It is amazing how today Buddhism is beginning to make inroads and take hold in this fantastic multicultural melting pot that is 21st century Hungary. Many years after the fall of the Iron Curtain, traces of its culture can still be seen all over the city, like the Soviet-era buildings and the reserved and quiet character of its inhabitants. We will not cease to repeat that nothing is absolute here. Opposites and dualities coexist in perfect harmony. Budapest is considered one of the most important cities in Europe in terms of electronic music. If you're interested in the nightlife, you can enjoy it in one of the many nightclubs throughout the city. On this subject, I anticipate that we will dedicate a whole video to the hot Hungarian nights. Please click on like, subscribe and share this material with people who have the same or similar tastes and hobbies to yours. Because that's what life is all about. Sharing, trying to be happy and eating pesto. It can be seen in the content that we have just left here for you and also in videos that will be available shortly. See you soon. Bye.